his kind, and it was so.
So now, the animals that live on dry land, right? What brought it forth? The earth, right? Now, I know you're going to go to science class, and they might tell you that you was an amoeba, and then you, in time, you became a multi-celled organism, and then somehow got up out of the water and walked on the land. That's madness, okay? The Most High created every creature to dwell in this place. That's why fish have gills; they can dwell under the water, right? We don't have that because we were made to dwell on land. Everybody understand that? That's right.
And and Elohim made the beasts of the earth after his kind, and cattle after their kind, and everything that creepeth upon earth after his kind. And Elohim saw that it was good. And Elohim said, let us make man in our image.
Right, so that we made every beast of the earth. Are we beasts of the earth? No. We're not beasts of the earth. Right? We dwell upon the earth, but we're not beasts of the earth because he made man after he made the beasts of the earth. Right? Because our flesh is not the same. Everybody understand that? Right? Let's get that. I think it's 1 Corinthians 15, 34 or 32, something like that. More than one flesh. 39.
First Corinthians 15, verse 39.
That's right.
All flesh is not the same flesh.
Right. All flesh are not the same flesh. You know what I'm saying? So when the Most High created animals, different flesh, they have different flesh than you have, right? Fish are different, birds are different, animals on the earth are different, you're different, right? We're at 1 Corinthians 15:39? 1 Corinthians 15:39. All flesh is not the same. You hear people saying we all bleed red. Red blood. You bleed red. That doesn't make you the same. Everybody say that? Okay. Let's read.
All flesh is not the same flesh, but there is one kind of flesh of men,
right?
Another flesh of beasts, another fishes, and another of birds.
Caleb, is our flesh the same as a dog's flesh? Caleb? Yes or no? Do you know? Is your body the same as a dog's body? Huh? No? But he has red blood like you have red blood, right? But are you the same? No, you're not the same. So it's a trick question. All right, so now, no, not because you have red blood makes you the same. That's what animal activists will have you believe, right? That's why they will lock you up for killing a dog who's longer than killing a black man, right? Because they swear that dog is a person, right? They treat animals better than they treat people. But the Most High says you are a higher being. Everybody saying that? Read.
There are also celestial bodies.
There's also what?
Celestial bodies.
There's also celestial bodies. Bodies, read on.
And bodies terrestrial.
And body terrestrial. Right? So celestial bodies, right, are bodies that are not made of the terrain, the things of this earth. They're made of things that's out of this earth. Everybody understand that? So terrestrial bodies are made from the elements that dwell out here. Because there's elements dwelling out here. And those angels, their bodies are made out of what this is made out of. But terrestrial bodies, they live inside the firmament and they're made out of these waters inside here. So this is where terrestrial bodies dwell. Out here, celestial bodies. Terrestrial bodies. Our bodies are not made to dwell out here. Our bodies are made to dwell in here. Okay? So for him to go and try to live on Mars, right, is not possible because his body's not made to be out there. Everybody understand that? Let's read on. Let's see.
and the body's terrestrial, but the glory of the celestial is one, and the glory of the terrestrial is another.
There's power in both bodies. Celestial bodies have a certain power. Terrestrial bodies have a certain power. They have different power. The glory is talking about your power, right? What you're able to do. What's the greatness of you, right? What can your body do? What can your terrestrial body achieve? There's certain things that we can achieve in this body. There's certain things that celestial bodies can achieve that we can't, right? We don't.
There is one glory of the sun and another glory of the moon.
So now it's making a reference. Just like you have the sun has its power, but the moon has its own power. So a lot of people think that the sun gives the moon power. The sun does not give the moon power. The sun has its own light, and the moon has its own light. Everyone? Because if that wasn't the case, what's going on in the new moon? Right? The whole sun is illuminated. Only half the moon is illuminated. Okay? That's what we see every month. We see the moon turn and show us its different sides. Every new moon, the moon is showing us is what? Its dark side. It didn't go somewhere. It's still sitting right there. Right? The moon doesn't go anywhere. It's still orbiting the earth. Right? It doesn't go away. All right? So now, contrary to what they've taught you, now we're going to go and deal with this. Now we can deal with the science of the shape of the earth. Now we have a little bit of foundation of how things work. So the sun and the moon move. The earth doesn't move. Everybody understand that? Okay. So now the sun and the moon move. And if the earth was truly a sphere, right, there would be a dispensation of time, right, that we would not see the moon. Because it would be over here. And if we lived over here, how can we see that? Right? There'd be a long dispensation of time where we'd be like, damn, what's the moon? Right? Until it made its way back over there. Do we have that? Is there a time when we don't see the moon? No. Only for 3 days, which is the new moon. Every month, the same thing. Every year. Time in, time out. So how is that possible? Where is the moon? How am I able to see the moon? Why don't we go to Australia? Can you see the moon? Can you see the moon in Australia? You got the moon still? Let's say over in Australia's the bottom. What's the top? Greenland. Canada, right? That's far from Australia. You still see the moon? In the same time. Right? In the same dispensation of time, I should say. Not at the same time, but in the same dispensation of time. Right? That means that whatever the moon is doing in Australia is doing the same thing in Canada. If the earth was shaped this way, would that be the case? It would be impossible. Right? Or it would be when if the sun moves and the earth doesn't move, there'd be a time when sunlight would be coming this way and everybody here would be lacking sunlight. Right? Does that happen? That doesn't happen. So now we got to use our common sense, right? And saying, man, it said it's a circle though, right? But circle does not mean ball, right? It doesn't even mean sphere. It just means circle, right? So let's look at the same picture that we're looking at from a different perspective. Okay? I don't have to change anything. All I got to do is change your perspective of how you're looking at this. Say now, this is the bottom, and this is above, and this is above. And these are doing this. Right? And this earth is in between. And everything is doing this around the earth. Right? I'm going to let that marinate for a moment. Let y'all think about that for a moment. There's something they made on earth called a sundial. Right? A sundial. How does that work? As the sun travels, it gives a cast of shadow, right? But it's a dial. It's that's showing you that the sun is doing this. It's not doing this because it wouldn't work properly. It has to be going around, right? It's a dial. Like back in the day, we had a rotary phone, and we had to dial the number. We had to dial that number 8. And then wait for it to come back around, right? It's a dial. Right? You would change the channel from channel 2 to channel 11, right? It was a dial. Okay? So things are traveling in this direction. It only is logical. Okay? Not saying that there's no... It's complicated. I'm just thinking that I'm trying to change your perspective of looking at the same picture. You don't have to change the picture. See, oftentimes when this was first presented, you thought, man, it doesn't jive, it doesn't make sense because you're thinking of things crossing. But let's say this is the North Pole. Make that the North, right? And this is the South, right? We travel this way, east, right? Or if we travel that way, we're heading west. What's that? You'll end up in the same spot. That's why you can travel east and end up in the west. Right. You can travel east and end up west, right or wrong? Right? We can head out east and end up back on the west side. And that kind of messed people's mind when we first heard about the flat earth. We said, why don't you go off the edge of the earth? Why don't you just travel this way and fall off? Right? But you can't travel. That's not how the earth, that's not how we travel. That's not how it works. It works like this. Everything works like that. So that's why we can see the sun. Sometimes you can see the sun and the moon in the sky at the same time. Sun over there, moon over there. Because the perspective, we need to change our perspective on how we're looking at it. That's all. Just a perspective change. This perspective exists. We're not the makers of this. We're not the creators of it. We noticed it. But when you go through history, this was how the earth was taught at one time. On the earth. It was taught this way. At the time, it started to come up with a global concept. There's two different concepts. A lot of things are passed off on us as fact that are actually concept. All right? So now, looking at this firmament, it's not just a circle, but it covers the earth. Remember I told you we created an earth in the middle of the heaven. We're all in the heaven. We're all in the heaven. The heaven is all the way around us. The earth is in the middle of the heaven. So everything it circles around us. Everybody understand that? I know it's a little bit complicated. That's why I'm leaving the picture up here, because you got to keep looking at it for a while. And when that light bulb goes off, then you go, oh, now I see it, right? But it's a different concept of what we're taught. But it doesn't make, in your mind, you're going to come up with all kind of ideas. Oh, it can't work because this, and that. Even when we do longitude, latitude, you went to school. Longitude lines, right? Longitude, right? Right? And then latitude lines, right? Everything still works that you were taught. It doesn't change anything that you were taught, right? It's just a different perspective of looking at where you live, okay? Looking at where you live, all right? So one short understand breakdown of where we're at. So this is the earth. This is how things move on the earth. The sun and moon orbits the earth. The earth is not spinning on its own axis. All right, it does have gravitational pull. We do have gravity. That's absolutely correct, right? The gravitational pull does pull to the center of the earth. That's absolutely correct, right? But that doesn't mean that it's spinning. You don't need to spin to have a gravitational pull. Okay, you ever see a magnet? It's not spinning, right? What makes a magnet? How's a magnet work? Anybody know how a magnet works? Huh? But why is it pulling? Why does it pull? What is it trying to do? It's trying to complete itself. It's trying to complete itself. That's why it pulls. That's why electricity goes to the ground, right? Falls from the sky to the ground, trying to complete itself. But I'm going deeper, right? But just something to consider in knowing that this earth it is a sphere. It is a circle. It's not a sphere. It's a circle, yes, but it's not really a sphere. It's a circle. Okay. All right. Not quite like a plate, more like a dome. like a dome. The North Pole is higher, right? It's higher, right? You understand what I'm saying? That's why you don't see planes flying over the North Pole to get to the other side. Yes, right, right. True. Right. Yeah, you go history, as I say, historically, this was taught this way. This is not something that we just dreamt up as we was in the scriptures, right? I know we like to take it for it, but the earth knew this at one time, right? And it was changed, right? And you can go into history and see when they changed it, okay? But all the foundation of geography and what's the science of movement, energy? Not geography, but geometry. No, the science of it. The word escaped me right now. All those, like the theory of relativity and all that kind of stuff is the physics. Thank you. That's what I'm looking for. You go extra deeper than me, right? Physics. I'm just talking about physics. Was all figured out. They looked at the earth this way when those things was put together. I was just out there at the water, just out there on the login, right? So they all were looking at the earth like this when these things were figured out. When these mathematical equations was equated, they were not looking at the earth as a circle traveling and spinning. Okay, so I'm done with this now. The rest of these scriptures don't need this. The water. So without me going through a million verses, there's a lot of understanding, that can be given just in a picture and just breaking down what Genesis is telling us, because it's really telling us right to our face what's happening. Okay. All right. Let's continue now. So now the earth is created, man is being created, right? The beasts of the earth are created, and now man is being created on the earth. Let's see how we created man. Did he just create one man and one woman? Let's see. Tackling a lot of concepts today. So let's. You start 24 again. Verse 24, 1 and 24.
Genesis 1 and 24.
Uh-huh.
Now Elohim said, let the earth bring forth the living creatures after his kind, cattle and the creeping thing, and the beasts of the earth after his kind, and it was so.
Right.
And the Elohim made the beasts of the earth after his kind, and the cattle after their kind, and everything that creepeth upon the earth after his kind.
Right. So what do you mean after its kind? What does that mean? Similar, right? And he didn't make one. He made variations of every animal he made. He made variations of the same. Right? He didn't just make one of anything, but many, many variations. Right? There's certain animals, there's thousands of species of the same animal. Right? There's billions of insects, just only insects alone. Just to show you the level of wisdom that's created different variations of all of them. Right? Fish in the sea, billions of different fish in the sea. Right? Birds, right? So think about it in a sense. The same power is creating all these things, created us. Right? The same power. So you're looking at now his signature, how he creates, and he creates in abundance. Right? Let's read.
And everything that creepeth upon the earth after his kind, and the power so that it was good. And the power said, let us make man in our image,
right,
after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over the cattle, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the face that creepeth upon the earth.
Right. So now, when he went to create man, the man had a purpose to have what? What does it mean to have dominion? To rule over. So what are they going to do? Just say, hey, you fish, stand still. What do you mean to, you got to give me more, give me understanding. What do you mean dominion? What do you mean power over? You know what I mean? What is man doing with the birds in the sky? What are they doing? How do they have power over the bird? Hey, bird, come here. And they fly to you? Well, yeah, you give me more. Well, I don't need explanations. Talk to me. To nurture, right? Now we get into it. That's part of it. To nurture. What else? To help them. Assist them. I think they dwell fine without us, right?
To be on the highest plane of thought and intelligence.
The highest plane of thought and intelligence. Well, that's a thought, but I see animals do some things I can't figure out. You know what I mean? How they able to do that, right? You look at a nest of a bird. That's an intricate piece of work they do right there. Without a ruler. How do they do that? Right? Spider web perfect with no ruler, right? Yeah. Just to name them, that gives us dominion. Right? To help us. Well, all right, now we get to the point. Well, you raise your hand. No, we're thinking about dominion over these animals, right? Judah.
Out a bird to go see if the land is dry or not.
Right. Mm-hmm.
That's an example. We use the animals to help us with certain things, like you got donkeys that help us dig.
Exactly. Now we coming to it. Now we getting a clear understanding. Remember, we're not trying to recreate something we don't see in life today. We having dominion over the animals, meaning that what? The animals, we use them for our own bidding, to what we need them to do. We got horses to ride, camels to ride. You got, certain fish to eat, certain fish clean the ocean. So we knew what everything was supposed to do. And we set the order, we made sure we use them in their context, right? That's when we had dominion. If somebody had dominion over this, over your business, the boss of your business has dominion over the business. He makes sure everything is doing what it's supposed to do, what it was created to do. It's man's job to do that. Everybody understand that? It's our job to ensure that things are doing what it's supposed to do, and we're supposed to use them, in their context for what they're used for. All right? Let's read.
And let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over the cattle, and over all the earth, mm-hmm. and over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth.
Right.
So the powers created man in his own image.
Right. In
the image of the Elohims created he them.
Right.
Male and female created he them.
Come on.
And the Elohims blessed them. The Elohim said unto them, be fruitful and multiply and replenish the earth.
Right. So then, if they're going to replenish the earth, how much men and women was created? Multiple, just like everything else that was created. They got to subdue and replenish the whole earth, right? So it can't be one or two, right? We're talking about droves in different variations after their own kind, male and female, tall, short, right? Light skin, dark skin, right? Different variations, long hair, short hair, skinny, fat. You know what I mean? All these different body types were made. Everybody understand that? Let's go. Let's read on. No, and I'm glad you brought that up, right? But what's not created was what man took the body and did with it, right? There was no transgendering, right? Male and female created he them. He didn't create males to be females, females to be males. To be males. That's in the gay BCs, right? When that was created. That's a whole other book. Okay? That's not in the Bible. Okay? So That's why it's against nature. That's why the Bible says that they are moving against nature. They're not what they were created to be. All right? They were not. What T is for trans? I think that book is so off. All right. Right. Read on. All right. And what's S for? Just wondering. Oh, jeez. This is definitely the KBCs, man. All right, I'll leave it alone. We'll get back to that, right? Let's read.
29, 28. And Elohim blessed them, and Elohim said unto them, be fruitful and multiply.
So how do you be fruitful and multiply? Breed. They're not dogs, right? Breed. If I breed, if you breed, when does she breed? How does a woman breed? What is she supposed to do? Marry, right? Because we marry to breed, do we not? Let's save the Most High, right? So he put out here to be wicked, right? So he said we are to marry, have children. Okay?
Genesis 1:26 says, did he debunk people thinking that Adam and Eve were the only two people on earth?
Did I debunk thinking that Adam and Eve was the only two people on the earth? Is that what yes? I don't understand the question. If that's the question, yes, I debunked that out there. All right? The Adam and Eve was never the only two people on the earth. All right? Let's make that clear. All right? That is a fairy tale that's taught to us in religions. Okay? We're reading now what the Torah said. Creating man and female abundantly, all right? Uh-huh. Say that again? Uh-huh. Right. He needed 8 to replenish the earth, right? So he did 2 again if that was the case. Right?
I mean, as we go further into the portion, it's going to be more proof that it was just more than just that particular Adam and Eve.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Shalom Aya. Right, we're gonna get to that.
What precept we got? Let me see where you going with. Oh yeah, we're going there.
Yeah.
My precepts from Genesis. We're going there. All right.
Remember, the portion today is up into the 6th chapter. So.
Yeah, we're gonna touch it all. Let's read.
1:28 again. And Elohim blessed them, and Elohim said unto them, be fruitful and multiply and replenish the earth.
Right.
And then subdue it, and have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over every living thing that moveth upon the earth. And Elohim said, behold, I have given you every herb bearing seed, which is upon the face of all the earth.
Right.
And every tree, and which is the fruit of a tree yielding seed.
Right.
To you it shall be for meat.
Right. What does that word meat mean? Means what? For meal. All right. For meal, for ingestion. Right. So everything was made for us for us to consume. Right. Do you consume every plant, every tree? No. There's certain fruits you don't eat. Right. There's certain vegetables and herbs you don't ingest. You know what I mean? It'll poison you, it'll kill you. Right. So we know we're not saying that we have to eat every herb, every fruit. We're not saying that. Okay, we just understand the purpose. One of the purposes of these fruits and this vegetation. Us having dominion over all the cattle. Why do we have dominion over the cattle? Because some of the cattle we ate, right? And some we used to plow and to do different things to help us till the ground, right, guys?
Those herbs, and we didn't have to find that out by trial and error.
No, remember, he gave man dominion over the earth. That means he gave us knowledge, right? Who taught a spider to spin a web? Did he go to spider school? No, right? No, he didn't go to spider school. Or how those burrowing animals create those burrows in the earth. There's a whole elaborate burrows under the earth. Who taught them to do this? Right? And set up things and structure it in a way that it won't collapse and everything. Right? They had engineers, right? When you look at some of the things that animals can do without going to school. We underestimate what the Most High created in us. We always knew what animals was for what fruits were what we were able to look at it and make the determination. That's why when we're going to read on later on how we were able to determine food was clean or unclean just by looking at the animal. We lost that knowledge. That's why it had to be brought back to us. Because why? Of the wickedness that we were in the midst of.
There's a good book called Back to Eden.
Right.
Right. That book tells you what herbs is for what ailment. Okay, so Esau already know they have this information. Right. There was a doctor that came out and said that like even why they end up killing Dr. Sebi, right? Because these doctors are not really looking for
cures.
Scientists are not looking for cures for these disease. They're looking for stuff just to pacify to keep you coming back for more medication.
Keep you alive.
Right? Because think about it. If they put a cure for cancer and AIDS, that's $1 billion industry. You know how many people are going to lose jobs? Okay. The pharmaceutical. Okay. Medication. Okay. You got these nursing homes. You have doctors and skilled nurses that go to people's houses. Transportation, right? Okay. Rehab. Okay, how many people are going to be out of business? So they have to keep these people alive, okay, but sick alive, right?
Yeah.
Con. You don't want us to finish today, do you?
Yeah. Let's continue.
30. And to every beast of the earth, and to every fowl of the air, and to everything that creepeth upon the earth, wherein there is life, I have given every green herb for meat. And it was so. And Elohim saw everything that he had made, and behold, it was very good.
Right, so every green herb was given to us for meat, for consumption, right? Yes, Kishar. Right. Right. Because we're terrestrial of the terrain, right? Our bodies are of the earth, so we need the earth. We need to eat the earth to keep us going. Right. Absolutely correct. Right? We need the earth. But now it says that the herbs, we understand the medicines come from the earth, right? That we consume, that the earth heals us. Hold on, give me that real quick. Give me 38, yeah. 38 and 4. 38 and 4. Ecclesiasticus 38 verse 4. You see, a lot of people read those verses and they automatically get this concept of being vegetarian. Vegetarian is a philosophy. It is not found in Scripture. No matter how much you read it over and over again, it never told you cannot eat meat. There's no Scripture that says you cannot eat meat. Not because the Scripture tell you that to eat the herb mean it's saying don't eat the meat. That part is being conjured up in your own mind. You're adding to Scripture. In fact, the Scripture tells us what beasts to eat and what not to eat. So from the time it told us that whole concept should be out of your spirit. Okay? Yes, it told us to consume the herb. It told all the animals on the earth to consume the herb. right? But animals still eat meat, don't they? Right? Why do the animals eat meat? If man eats meat because they fell, why do the animals eat meat? Right? So these are concepts that we got to think of, right? And we want to debunk all those ideas, right? You know, the vegetarian idea. See the herbs yielding seed for meat. That's what we're supposed to eat. Yes, we're supposed to eat your herbs. You grew up, your parents told you to eat your what? Eat your vegetables. I'm going to still tell you, eat your vegetables, right? But not because you eat your vegetables, mean you can't have no lamb, right? You can't have no goat, no chicken, right? No fish, because you're eating your vegetables. That concept comes from man, does not come from the Most High. Everybody understand that?
Vital.
Right. Your ITEL pot, I get it. Have an ITEL pot, but you can also have a little something on the grill. Right? It is what it is. All right, that's religion. And we got to get out of that religious mind state. All right, that's religion. That religion. Where does the word religion come from? The word comes from the Greek word religio, which means to do what? To separate, right, and to put into small groups. That's what religions do, right? If literally being a vegetarian is a religion, right? Because you have a belief that you're not to eat meat. And you get with other people that have this belief, right? All right. It's not, you can choose not to eat meat often. That's up to you. It depends how your body takes to it. Some people's bodies, especially what we have done to our bodies, right? And what Esau doing to this meat that's out here, right? You can make that choices, right? If it depends how it works for you, in other words, how your body responds to it. All right. If your body doesn't respond to it well, don't eat it.
You can end up eating some plastic cabbage.
Yep, plastic cabbage or plastic rice, right? Plastic rice too, right? So let's keep that in mind. Let's do with this. Read that.
Sirach 38:4. And the Most High created medicines out of the earth,
right?
And he that is wise will not abhor them.
I mean, you won't hate them, right? Read them.
Was not the water made sweet with wood?
Right.
That the virtue thereof might be known?
Right. So guess what? There's virtue in the wood. Because they put the wood in the water and it made the water sweet. Right? Everybody remember that in the wilderness, right? You know what I'm talking about? You put the wood in the waters and it made the waters able to be consumed. Okay? Read.
And he hath given men skill that he might be honored in his marvelous works.
Right. Who gives men skill? The Most High gave you skill. Right? So when he asks you, how do we know what to do with the different animals and what herbs to eat and what not to eat? He gave us that skill. He gave us men with that skill. He doesn't give it to everybody. He gives it to a few of us, and then that ones that got it is supposed to share it. Everybody understand that? That's exactly how we all remember. The Most High do not change. Right? When we were building the temple, did he tell everybody how to do it? No, he put it in a few men.